Okay. So let's start. Oh wait, Hobbs left, and we have Rather Mercurial. Welcome. Okay, so we're gonna start. Let's start with our intentions, distractions, and something that has been in your weekly playlist. So I'll pass it to Acid Laser first.
Let me. Okay. Um, Intentions. Yeah, I would like to get in touch with you guys, and also that you get updated about the team's new changes, distractions. Uh, there's a hurricane in the Pacific Ocean, but it's normal here. And in my wiki playlist, I have been listening to my weekly, how do you say, descubrimiento semanal in Spotify. Yeah. And I'll pass it to Efra.
Hey, hey, thank you. My intentions for this call, yeah, are basically to catch up with everything I haven't been able to join Comsco in a while. So yeah, I want to catch up with everything. My distraction right now, I have college, I have classes in like 2 hours. So yeah, and in my weekly playlist, I've been listening to a lot of Afrobeat and dancehall lately. And I'll pass it to Manu.
Thank you. Uh, yeah, for me, the intention is to um, learn about the changes that are coming, support them in any way possible. Um, there's no distraction for me, and lately I've been listening exclusively to Sunday Service Choir. Um, so Kanye West songs to like a Christian choir. Uh, yeah, I'll pass it to Angie. Angie, you there?
Angie, right in the chat that she's gonna be busy because she's in a call with.
I'm in a meeting right now, but my intentions is to be here. My distractions, I'm in another meeting. And what I've been listening to is Duster and Deftones. And I'll pass it on to whoever wants to go next.
I can take it, and then I'll pass it to someone else. So yeah, it's good that you are here, Angie. Even if you are like listening, because we have like some pretty important decisions in like around teams. So we're gonna try to like try to like make some decisions around it, and then we can probably set up a call for later today or maybe tomorrow, so that we can go over the details of pending affairs with the T Academy team. So yeah, thanks for being here. Intentions, exactly what I was just listening to. Uh, Rather Mercurial, yes, of course. All of our calls are open, so you're always welcome. And if you want to participate, it's fine. Like, you don't have to have like a lot of the context. Like, every participation is more than welcome. So you're welcome to stay. And so intentions, pretty much just like get this ball rolling again, get everything around comms. Like restructured, see how we're gonna be putting stuff together for the next months and how we can improve at it. Uh, so yeah, let's find a way, like to do this. This is my main intention today. Distraction, just like so many stuff like going on, like that. There's a lot going on, and it's like pretty, just like exciting times around like building and community building in Mexico. So, I've been very distracted by that and handling like different topics. So, I'm sorry if I lose like my train of thought once in a while. And something that has been in my weekly playlist. I've been listening to a lot to it's actually like in the background right now, just in a lower volume. But there's this concert by Chucho Valdez. They do like this tribute to Irakere. So if anyone is into like Cuban jazz, I think you'll like it a lot. Um, and yeah, that's it for me. I'll pass it to I think Miguel and Makisi are left, and rather Mercurial. If you want to like share some intentions, distractions, and weekly playlists, you're more than welcome to do it. So I'll pass it to Makisi.
Okay, hello, James and everyone. Okay, my intention in this meeting is to catch up with everything that is going on. Actually, my distraction lately has been I'm learning a lot about tokenomics, and I'm currently learning Python also. While I've also been listening to a lot of hip hops and Afrobeats also. So that's it from my end.
Okay, and let's pass it to Miguel.
Hey, my intentions, Chuy is back. So I want to keep in touch with all the changes that are gonna be making in here. Distractions. I don't have distractions right now, and I'll be listening a lot of Green Day. Most in the gym, the first two albums, and also Maueos, also in the gym. And I think it's all. I don't know if Raider Mercurial wants to speak. If not, back to you, Chuy.
Okay, rather Mercurial, you're welcome to share intentions, distractions, and weekly playlist if you want to give it a go.
Thank
Okay,
you. I'm actually just I'm just here to listen and see how you folks do things, and thanks for having me around. I'm distracted by a bunch of research work I'm doing for other groups and listening to Lo-Fi Girl. So thanks, folks.
yeah, thanks for being here. Okay, so let's start with our pretty much center of like the central topic of this call, and it's mostly about how we're gonna be restructuring communications functions. So welcome, Juanca. Um, so yeah, let's give it a go. The first thing would be that we want to officially um, finish like the chapter of teams in communications. I feel that some things gave pretty good results, and some other things were a little bit like like missing. So let's quickly go over this. Um, so uh, Okay, so first of all, I think that the Token Engineering Academy team did just like a spectacular job. I'm very happy that T Academy could find like a great contributor in Angie Berry. So from and also just like the collaboration of like Efra and me and Anatech. It was a great go with really cool stuff that came out of it. So the thing right now is that the T Academy has, let's say, like hired Angie Berry, like in a more official way. And since we didn't get like enough signaling to keep this team like going on, so we're gonna just like finish it. We need to have a talk like today or tomorrow, if possible, just to check what are the pending affairs and see how we can complement the last weeks that have been just accumulating. Um, because from now on, like in the case of Angie, she's just meant to cover for the hours that the T Academy is paying for. Uh, and in the case there were like just like some results and hours that were not like compensated, we would need to retroactively compensate for this. So I know that right now, like the D work is just like a mess, and like there was like not a lot of communication around that. So some tasks were just like piling up. So we need to definitely have a talk about how we can properly um, give an end to the T Academy team. So congratulations for all the achievements. And yeah, we still need to talk about some of the pending affairs around teams. Uh, so yeah, thank you very much, Angie, Efra, and those of you who are not here for all of your contributions to T Academy. Um, our second team is marketing that started off as the HubSpot team. Also, amazing job, Enti, Manu, at their moment, like Nate, and of course Durgaras, like with all of his advice and security processes. This was like a really good go to especially because it was a team that supported the TEC during the token launch. So big props to the marketing team, and mostly the marketing team is going to be the one that evolves into the communication score. So yeah, let's keep talking about that. Another team that gave amazing results was the Twitter planning team. I mean, the numbers are there. I feel that pretty much like we can see like the results of like the beginning and end of the Twitter team. And as I was mentioning, this team is also going to be merging with the marketing team pretty much to define what's going to be our communication score. So the two other teams are the ones that had different results, not necessarily bad, especially in the case of animation, where there was like a lot of progress and there's a project going on. The only thing about this right now is that it's been a year and we have not delivered a final product. So we gotta get going with this, especially because like the funds are already like approved for, and also the team contributors have some funds that are yet to be paid in the multi-sig. So um, from what I understand, Miguel is going to be taking over the project management of this so that we can deliver within the next month. Miguel, I don't know if you want to like add something to that, or also Asset Laser and Alan TV, if you have any ideas that you want to share about how we're gonna properly end the animation team. Feel free to throw them in.
Yeah, sure. Well, um, these past weeks and months, I think I had too much on my tables, so I couldn't give too much attention to this team. But with the Miguel's arrive to the team and the comms and TC, Chuy and I we are agreed that we saw a really good enthusiast uh, guy over here, and that's it. Miguel is going to be now the project manager of this video and the future videos from animation, and that's great. Miguel is a really professional guy, so we hope to finalize that video in the future couple.
Yeah, I suggest we should have a call maybe tomorrow because the animation call is on Mondays, but this Monday or last Monday we didn't have, so maybe we can chat this later. But yeah, I suggest
Actually,
to.
I'm sorry, Miguel, but there's actually like not an established goal for animation because the team was supposed to, like work on this on their side because there's more work needed. It's not a matter of only like syncing once per week. Like we're not moving forward. So if you actually want to take the lead on, like setting new syncs or sync times, or is this is something that you want to like take on the side, pretty much we only need one meeting for syncing, and it could be this one. So maybe next week when we have the communications call, we can have an agenda topic that is just like updates around animation, but you guys are moving forward on your own. Like I do feel that pretty much like setting up a weekly call kind of like restrains the rhythm at which the team should be like moving forward with delivering this. So if you want to establish new call times or whatever, feel free to take initiative on setting those up with John Jonas and Alan TV.
Okay, just like a team sync. So yeah.
I mean, not only a sync, because the purpose of the sync is to like keep the community updated around stuff that is going on. So let's say that like you guys can have just like working hours, or just like if you guys need to sync on your own because you're gonna be working async, like everyone in their own thing, you can also do that. But also take in mind that I feel that if you're gonna be delivering within the next month, there's pretty much something that someone has to be doing all the time. So feel free to organize like however you want. We only need highlights and updates. Like if, oh yeah, we did some progress with the storyboard, we did some progress with the animation, we did some progress with coloring. If we present just like a few frames of that, and it's just like a quick demo, that's all we need from the com side. But you guys like can go ahead and just like work on your own as much as you need to.
Okay. Nice. uh, Back to you, Chuy.
Okay. Okay. So before I move on to the other team, Alan TV, do you have any comments or anything that you'd like to share?
No.
Okay. Okay. No worries. Um. Okay. Let's see academy team. Okay. So the last one is translations. So as you know, like pretty much like translations went rogue at a project management level. And even though we had a gravity process, it was just like a matter of like very, very like fundamental differences with ways of working. So we pretty much had to just like take the project management and give it to NT, and NT already made a proposal on how to like top up these funds. So we're also gonna be checking into this on the next translations call. However, I would maybe like make a proposal about having 3 calls per week, one for marketing sync on Mondays if possible, then this general communications call that is more about like informative and syncing with the community, and then a temporary third one that figures out translations. So NT already had made like a forum post, like a very detailed forum post on what is needed to finish and deliver these translations. So we'll mostly move forward with that, but those costs are going to come out of the marketing multisig, just so that we can pretty much like get this over with and deliver the translations to the rest of the TC community. So I feel that this is very, very important because I consider them a blocker for communications. Like there's no way in which we can ask for additional funding or like side projects if we don't deliver these translations and animations. So let's all work hard for delivering that, and let's move on to some of the key roles for communication score. So I would like to open the stage to listen to some ideas. I feel that, for example, Acid Laser pretty much like falls under like Twitter planning, but I would like Acid Laser like from him to like describe what his functions are gonna be, what his even like role title can be like within the core comps team. So let's pass it and see how everyone feels that they are like. Like contributing to the TEC, and see if we can define some key roles. This is something that doesn't have to be defined like at the moment. It's going to be like a phase of exploration that is going to last probably like the next couple of weeks. But let's start talking about what we feel comfortable doing within the TEC, and try to like structure the new ComScore team from this. So I'll start. In the TEC, I have felt pretty comfortable with like the stewardship part and like coordination lead within the working group. Even though this is something that has evolved with other working groups, I feel that Gravity and Comms are kind of like the exceptions because they are providing services in one way or another. So I feel pretty comfortable with this. As much as I've been wanting to jump on writing, I haven't really like gotten there yet. However, I feel very comfortable participating in like the Twitter sync and planning, and I also feel that I could, since like from the stewardship side of things, I'm more in contact with the rest of the community. I feel that I can contribute a lot in these kinds of like information gathering things that I feel that the marketing call can start occupying that role in a way. So marketing call is where we gather like the updates of what's going on around the TEC, and then from the marketing call it kind of like like spreads to whatever goes to the newsletter and whatever goes to Twitter. So I feel that I could be contributing in that, like taking lead in this like information, and also like with the part of stewarding, like welcoming new contributors, trying to like find a place. I know that it's tough right now because we don't have a lot of like compensation options, but I do feel that I land like somewhere here. And also I'd like to add that there is like a budget for this role for like the role of like steward and working group coordination lead that I'm handling at the moment. But we have this funding for this role until the month of September. Of November. So actually, my next agenda topic is the compensations for this time where I was taking time off. There are some compensations there for some stewardship functions that Acid Laser took over. So thank you very much for that, Acid Laser. And my idea of how to approach compensation in this way would be to not compensate everything around stewardship and working group coordination lead after November. So I want to follow up on how things are working out with the rest of the stewards, how funding is getting sorted out around this. But my goal is to not ask for compensation for having this, like community presence. So my idea would be whenever I jump onto, like some writing or some Twitter planning, that's what I can be like compensated from. But I feel that most stewards in the community are taking this position. So in a way, I didn't feel really comfortable at the beginning. This is why I asked for additional funding. But I feel that after November, we should find a way, or I should find a way to not make communications dependable on the stewardship, because I feel that the stewardship fulfills another kind of like cultural role within our community. So, so this is how I feel about my contributions to the TEC. I'm planning on being a steward. I renewed my commitment to being a steward. I think a month ago. I can remember when it was. Maybe Juanca has more information on that. Um, but this is where I would like to keep contributing to the TEC. So let's kind of do this exercise and see how everyone starts feeling about it. Maybe I can pass it to Acid Laser, and from there on we can just like take different turns to talk about it. So I'm gonna write down my summary and listen to what Acid Laser has to say.
Okay, thank you. Well, I have been feeling comfortable with the Twitter planning leading. More than leading, I feel very comfortable drafting and tweeting when I have the inspiration in the rest of the day, not especially in the Twitter planning call, because I can do this in the rest of the day. It doesn't matter at which time I want to draft or design things. And also there's too much community that knows that I manage the Twitter, so they come to me like Juanca, Edu, Livia, and too much people. So I feel good when they talk to me to when they need a design or uh, or some tweets, some some things like that. Also, uh, I have been leading the animation team, but I wasn't too much into. But I also feel comfortable with my role there. I'm doing the art stuff, the designs, the vectors, and all this stuff. And also, this past month, I felt very comfortable uh, uh, with the stewardship. I'm not talking that I want the stewardship because I'm talking about helping Chuy. You know, like be the I don't know, like knowing the community, knowing the necessities, the problems, and I don't know, finding solutions in comms and in the community because I feel very present in the community, in the working groups. I have presence in a lot of working groups, so I can know some necessities. Uh, and I think that's it. And I'll pass it to Manu.
Thank you, Acid Laser. Let me just go over here. There you go. Yeah. Um, yeah. Cool. So for myself, yeah. Well, I'd like to continue, of course, with the marketing role. Um, Again, marketing for Web3 is not doing. It's not same as marketing Web2. So I'm always open to suggestions as to uh, what can we do to expand the functions of marketing. We currently are we're working on a video. We have a newsletter going on, um, and yeah, actually within marketing, I think a role that is not being performed by anyone, but I think we need it as a whole. Not only comms, but I think the TC is like business development. So like finding and negotiating and implementing like business partnerships and like strategic alliances with third parties. I don't think this necessarily needs to be like a new role. I think within the well, yeah, I think that having that as a new role with the focus of finding like income generation opportunities by partnering with other people could be interesting to explore. Um, for example, during the ETH Mexico, I met with someone from Ethereum. No, it was uh, blockchain acceleration foundation, and they partner up with colleges and study groups, and they asked for a fee in partnering up with them and crafting like a curriculum that is rigorous enough to uh, be accepted as credits within the university, and they were making some money off that. So um, that's an example, and maybe that fits into more like T Academy. But I'm just like giving an example of things where maybe we could partner with someone and offer some sort of like mentorship, especially as the T fundamental starts. I think we could start thinking of how um, like NT and I and many other people here um, will be training and studying for that. So maybe we can start thinking about how we can start monetizing that experience that we'll be gaining. So that's just an idea. I think we don't have like a business development um, like role for that. But again, I understand if like there's no budget for it. But again, the focus would be like generating income through like partnerships and of course without while remaining true to our mission, vision, and values. So yeah, marketing, business development role, the opportunity to have that. Also, the working group coordination lead. I don't know if that's uh, taken or needed. When you requested that I do it, Chuy, there really wasn't that much work to be done. Um, like, so I don't know if that's going to still be a thing or how is that going to evolve. If that is not taken yet, I don't know if maybe you're doing it, Chuy, or so if that's a role that
I
is
mean,
available.
coordination is like always needed, right? So my intention is to take this role over in the next few weeks. But as I've been saying, uh, especially after we requested additional funding for the comms stewardship, is my intention is to diversify this role. Not something that lands and is just that exclusive of the steward. I do feel that if we are succeeding in like um, establishing horizontal structures, we should be able to like hand each other the coordination lead role, and be able to like keep getting results around coordination. So yeah, definitely is something that we need to move forward.
Yeah. Okay. So I'd be open to that. When I took it on, uh, perhaps I put it on me. Like I did not quite perhaps understand the expectations or the work needed. I synced with some of the teams, the T Academy team with Angie and other people. But at the end of the month, I didn't feel that the work that I had put in required or necessitated that I asked for the compensation that was stipulated for it. So I did not. But if in the future there's an opportunity for that, then I'd be open to it. However, yeah, the emphasis I think is it's on the given the current austerity phase that we have. I would perhaps emphasize the opportunity to maybe expand marketing and include business development and focus on finding ways to uh, maybe yeah partnering up with other DAOs or with other organizations and coming up with some sort of fee structure for that if possible. At least I think at the very least it's worth exploring given our current situation. So yeah, that's that. I will pass it to Island TV.
If Alan TV is not available, maybe we can pass it to Efra and just revisit Alan in a bit.
Hello.
Oh yeah, we can hear you, Efra.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, as my role in the comms team, um, yeah, I guess I like to support as a secondary designer for any comms request, like when as a laser can work. And I also feel comfortable like contributing to the secondary projects of to the planning, like DC stars or flyers for the Twitter Spaces. And also, I like to keep the Airtable and the deep work organized and clean. But yeah, I see myself more of like a uh, supporting a acid laser with his work. Yep. I'll pass it to, yeah, I don't know who's left.
Let's pass it to, okay, Angie is in another meeting. Um, so let's pass it to Juanca. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, of course. Um, that I am happy to have you back, Chuy. That Acid Laser did and does an amazing work. Um, that managing funds in DAOs is very chaotic, and that having 5 multisigs could have been the perfect success, but we are now noticing that maybe it led to more complexity. So like coming back to one multisig can give us like more control of the funds and like more homogeneity in the criteria of the usage of that funds. Um, and yeah, that I think that we all should be doing an internal process of adaptation, because DAOs change really fast, and like the work that in DAOs is not like a constant flow of work all the year. But for example, you last year there was a lot of work building the DAO and and having the hatch, but now um, there's less stream of that work, and we should identify the real needs that we have right now, and not over spend on things that maybe were needed in some time ago but are not needed now, and or things that can be um, done again, or like retaken from a different point of view. So uh, a lot of what we did was experimentation, and I think that something that we all get from that is learning.
Thank you very much for this, Juanca. Um, yeah, I would like to just like I don't know what would be the best space, but definitely I would like to go like deeper into like an assessment of what we learn with teams, and it didn't look like that back then, but there's a bunch of things that are not like like 100% necessary to like operate and keep going on, and I feel that there's never a loss at experimenting, and especially like in I was saying this like around Deep Mexico a lot, like when experimentation phases are the best because there's no going right or going wrong. It's just experimentation, so it's always like a very interesting approach that you can have to things because you don't know what's going to happen. So I definitely feel that there was a lot of experimentation with communications in Web3 in teams, and I feel that it's very very like like it would be very fair to have like a due assessment of like what results and what lessons we learned along the way. So yeah, thank you, Juanca, for this. Let's pass it maybe to Miguel, and after that, if Makisi or rather Mercurial would like to add anything, feel free to do so. So you can take it, Miguel.
So my only job here it's been doing sound design for the animation team, and I feel very comfortable with that because that's my area, that's my specific area, the sound. and I hope this new role, like the management team, uh, I know that will be good for me also because I love working like as a mentor. I do this almost in all my jobs, like the production job or the band leadership. So yeah, uh, I'm very happy for this. So yeah, I will pass it to, I don't know, Easy, or back to you, Chuy.
Okay, Makisi, rather mercurial. Feel free to add anything you'd like. So, for okay. Um, okay, so I'm gonna dedicate like the rest of the week to kind of like put something together with this that I see that everyone is gathering, and also I think Enti would probably be a good idea to add here. So I'll reach out to him. Um, so yeah, thanks everyone. I I see something coming out of this. I see something working. You know, like a little like machine, maybe like a simplified machine rather than teams. But yeah, like as I was saying, like this can all be part of like an assessment of just like lessons we learned along the way, and there's no going wrong. Thanks everybody that made teams possible. I guess that during the community call this week, we'll be giving out the official news. So thanks everybody. Get ready for receiving a ton of praise, and yeah, we'll be on the watch for the different compensations and results that still need to be delivered. So. Okay, let's go to the next agenda topic, which are the stewardship compensations. It's pretty much, I guess. Let me safe. Nose is safe is no longer called Nose is safe. It's called what's his name now? Safe, just safe. So yeah, just in case you didn't know that. Um. Okay, and oh, here we go. Rebranding. Let's go to comes stewardship and okay. Oh, welcome, NT. Um, okay, so we still have like a number of assets here. Um, from what I remember, the last time I handled the this agenda was on July 19th. No, 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 no. This was a reminder. Uh, Oh yes. This was probably my last sync. So
No, that's I was there. I think.
oh okay. So
Or
oh this was all a reminder. Okay, so this was actually my offboarding, right?
mm,
On July 12th, like this was my last call because yeah, we don't have a
July 5th, 5th. July
yeah, I
5th.
mean we did have like we discussed like compensations here, but for July okay, so let's say that it's like half of July and then August. Okay, so for stewardship compensation, we have acid laser on half July and August. Uh, for stewardship, and then I made half July as well for stewardship, like the other half of July. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna be uploading these compensations to the multisig, and yeah, is there like just like any opinions or any observations that someone would like to add to this stewardship compensation topic, or should we move on to the last agenda topic? Okay. Uh, let's move on. We have new Twitter ideas. And oh, finally, Twitter scrapping bot with Chris. Oh, Chris is the nicest guy ever. Like he helped us get a van for the tour. So yeah, he's Chris is awesome. So let's hear some of these ideas. Maybe Acid Laser, you want to take it on, and then Manu, you can um, shine a little light on what this scrapping bot is, also for the people that are not related to the concept. So yeah, go ahead, Acid Laser, and you can take it on after that, Manu.
Yeah, sure. Well, yesterday I had a sing with Irem. I don't know if you know her. It's a new contributor for Sample, and she's a very enthusiast with collaborating with comms, and we talk about new Twitter ideas. I don't know if you can click the link to it. It's just a notion where she wrote some ideas for new tweets and little campaigns. Also, Gitcoin grants start tomorrow, I think. And we were talking about that too, about doing some threads on Twitter. And let me share with you. Well, it's just a notion, and you can. I don't think we have too much time for read all the document. But if you want to add some opinions or new ideas, feel free to do it. I think I did a really great work with this. And yeah, just some examples of tweets of other DAOs and communities that can help us. And that's it. If you want to add something, you can edit the Notion on the top of the page. And you can add some ideas if you want. That's kind of
Actually, there's a bunch of stuff that we could pick up on. This is something where I could also like take some initiative, or Acid Laser. If you don't have like a lot on your plate, feel free to jump on this. But we're still in contact with Steph, who was helping us. He was helping us with the whole Twitter like bio thing and just like general better strategies for Twitter. So we could have a sync with him. The thing is that he lives in China or something like that. And like for me, like the earliest, like no, the latest I can meet him is like 8 a.m. So I have to like wake up and you know like 8 a.m. is like the last uh, call that he can handle. And then the
okay.
first one is like at 9 or 10 p.m. So it's just like too late. Sometimes it's been a challenge to sing, but he has really, really good advice. So I'm gonna touch base with him and see if we could set a meeting. I mean, a call for next week. Um, and I'll keep you and Irem posted about it. So if you could let her know that that this is like very, very welcome, and actually like this document starts laying down a lot of what has been discussed and what Steve specializes in. So let's reach out to him and yeah, like let's keep our fingers in the page for this Twitter part.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Okay, perfect. And Manu, do you wanna talk about scrapping
Yeah, just
or
I guess
scraping? I'm sorry.
Yeah, just I mean, we're almost at the top of the hour, but just very briefly, scraping is a process where you use a bot, you use a program to go over a lot of unstructured data, such as that from Twitter, Facebook, from social media, and then you take that data and you put it into a table or a spreadsheet so that it can be analyzed more easily by humans. So what I'm trying to do here with a Twitter scraping bot is going over thought leaders within the Web3, or more specifically within token engineering space. And from the topics and the tweets that they are talking about, from the ones that get the most likes and shares and most engagement, we can from then start crafting an empirically based, strategy, given what the pulse of the space is thinking about. So that is the idea behind the Twitter scraping bot. Going over a lot of tweets from organizations, from influential people, from thought leaders within the space, and putting that on a spreadsheet so that that can inform the content, the articles, the initiatives that we develop within companies. So that's the broad idea. Yeah.
Thank you, Manu. Yeah, let's bring Chris into these calls if possible, and also like if there's like some additional time that we want to spend after the marketing call on Mondays. We can also bring Chris in and like these kinds of just like guides in many things that we can do. Like Durgaras, I feel that fits this profile also like pretty well. So yeah, let's keep doing that. Let me work the rest of the week, and I'll work on a new proposal for times. And but yeah, after this week, I'm gonna make some corrections to the calendar, and yeah, so there are no longer gonna be any more team syncs. And thanks again, everybody that participated and contributed to Teams. It was an amazing experiment. And thanks for making a lot of the TEC special through like your passion and contributions through this. So thanks everybody. And we're at the top of the hour. I don't know if anyone else would like to throw in anything or just like comment on something. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks everybody. I'll see you during the week.
Thanks, Chuy.
Thanks, Chuy. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, Chuy. Ciao.
Thanks.
Bye.